Hello, welcome, come one, come all. We got a special Thanksgiving edition of the Blitz with AZ and Fitz. We had a great lineup of Thursday and Friday games from this Thanksgiving Day weekend. Some of them were kind of pseudo playoff games, at least three of them, really. But before we hop right into it, just wanted to talk about, had a great Thanksgiving myself. Had all the dishes I wanted to eat. Didn't go crazy on Black Friday, but what about you, AZ? How was your Thanksgiving?
It went well, man. I had my dad come over. I made the food this year. He kind of just kept the eye, make sure I didn't mess up anything, because I usually don't ever cook besides like a side dish, like mac and cheese. But this year I made some ham, man. First time ever, and I followed the recipe to a T, and I think it came out pretty good for a first timer. My dad was impressed, so that made me feel good about my cooking. And we got to watch a lot of great football games, and hopefully everyone had a good Thanksgiving watching as well. And hopefully everyone didn't have to work today either, and you get that long weekend so you can get kick back and relax. And hopefully the
Yes.
podcast here today holds you over for these long 4 days.
Yes. You were surprised. We started our Thanksgiving pretty early, man. We start early and we just coast on into the evening, and we get leftovers in the evening. It's great. That's the
Yeah.
meta to me. You start early, invite people over early, and then you get to relax in the evening.
So you had like a Thanksgiving lunch, because we ate like around
Kind of.
six.
Yeah,
Around
most people
six.
eat during the evening. That's typical. But yeah, we pre-prep the day before, get a few things going, and then we're able to invite people over early, and it's just a great way to do it, I find.
That's a
But
smart strategy.
yeah, it was worth consideration, I would say. But we do have pretty nice schedule, pretty nice lineup of topics here to talk about. The first one we have on the docket is Packers versus Lions. It was the first game of the Thursday lineup, Thanksgiving Day lineup. What'd you make of this Packers Lions matchup, AZ?
This was a big matchup for the Lions, man. They're kind of looking out the window for the playoffs. They're in the hunt, and they need to win pretty much all these games, especially division games, to pretty much get in the playoffs. So I was thinking they were going to pull this one out since they lost the first matchup against the Packers. I thought they were going to get their get back. They had Eminem at halftime doing his thing. I thought that was going to give them the juice, but every time it looked like the Lions were about to do something to make a comeback, take the lead, Packers just answered right back and never let them get the momentum. Packers did a great job. I know we both mentioned we're not biggest fans of Jordan Love, but he did pretty well this game. I mean, Golf did well. It's not like he had a horrible game. They did lose Amon St. Brown early in the game. I wonder if he would have stayed healthy, how the outcome would have been a little bit different.
Maybe.
But yeah, the Packers just kept holding them at bay and holding them off, and kept every time the Lions scored a touchdown, got a field goal or something, the Packers would answer right back and never let them back in the game. So I was impressed with the Packers, man. I know they're neck and neck with the Bears, which we'll talk about a little bit later. The Bears,
Da
and
Bears.
yeah, so Lions, I don't know, man. It's looking tough for y'all. It's a tough division already, and they might not make the playoffs, and they might have to do a search for an offensive coordinator to get the offense back on track.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not too familiar with their upcoming schedule, but I know they got a game against the Rams, so it's going to be tough. I mean, that NFC playoff picture is a bloodbath. And you look at Jared Goff's stats in this game; he had a very typical Jared Goff-like performance. He had his 70% completion, no interceptions, 2 touchdowns. But when you watch the game, situationally, they weren't good. Jared Goff looks like he's being pressured more. And when he is pressured more, he's a statue, you know? And he has a tendency to kind of collapse. His quarter QBR under pressure is not great. I mean, when you compare it when he has time, a lot of time to throw, and his offensive line is playing well compared to when he's getting pressured, the gap is massive, maybe bigger than any other like sort of franchise quarterback in the league.
So you say you don't trust Stafford in the big games? I mean, you saying he falls in that Sam Darnold type category? Maybe a little bit better than Sam Darnold because he did make
You
the
say
Super Bowl one.
Stafford or Goff?
I mean, Jared Goff. You're saying Jared Goff is kind of like Sam Darnold in a way, where
Oh,
once the pressure's on them, they might crumble a little bit.
well, They need to protect. That's always been Goff's thing. If he has good protection and has decent playmakers, he can look like a top 5 sort of elite style quarterback.
Which the Lions did have a good O-line
They
these
did.
last couple years. So, and he did look like a top 5 quarterback these last couple years.
Credit to the Packers defense. They really got after him. I'm shocked that they allowed Green Bay to sweep them. That's crazy.
I was too, yeah.
You would have thought the Lions would have been extra motivated for this game, but the Lions defense just could not stop Green Bay. They kept stealing momentum back. No matter what the Lions did, the Green Bay Packers would steal momentum back, and the Green Bay Packers, they would go for it on fourth downs, as I recall occasionally, and the Lions that's their identity. We're going to go for it on fourth down, analytics and all that nonsense.
Right.
But, dude, these fourth downs lately have just not been working out for them. They have to reconsider, like, okay, in certain situations, maybe we just punt. Maybe we take 3 points. You know, it could truly benefit. It could have been the difference in maybe a couple games for them if they had done that.
Yeah, and now for the Lions, it's going to be very, very tough, man. I'll be very surprised if they make the playoffs. I know they're probably going to have to win out every game with the schedule and hope that either the Bears or the Packers fall on their face, lose a couple games here and there, and sneak right in. But they're making it really hard on themselves. And I was expecting Love to throw a crucial interception or a crazy fumble caused by the defense to give the Lions a chance to get back in the game, take the lead or something. But the Packers said, no, not today, man. And they stopped them, man. Credit to the Packers, man. I mean, I don't know. I gotta see. Well, I mean, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to buy into the Packers. It's just something.
It has been me too. It has been me too.
So I'm glad I'm not alone on that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this year will be the year they kind of make me a believer, but I guess we'll find out.
Hopefully, maybe this is a sign they're peaking at the right time. Maybe this is a sign that, okay, now we can start to believe. Or maybe it's just that they match up really well against the Lions, that they knew the Lions are the kings of the North and we got to dethrone them. So they structured their team and their play calling and everything around taking out the Lions. It wouldn't be unheard of to do something like that. So, yeah, maybe they'll play better down the stretch. We'll have to see. Maybe they'll make believers out of us.
As soon as they got Micah, they had them as Super Bowl favorites and contenders because they're a young, talented roster. But maybe it's just me and you.
Yeah.
We're just one of the outliers.
Yep. All right. Well, you ready to go ahead and move on to Cowboys versus Chiefs?
Yeah, it's going to be tough for the Chief fans. But, yeah, this might be the year they fall back to earth.
Yeah, man. The Cowboys... They started off rough this year, but they're starting to heat up.
Yeah. At the right time.
Yeah, and the Chiefs, I'm sorry, their aura is completely off for me. I don't think anyone looks at them like, oh my God, we have the Chiefs on our schedule. Like, that's going to suck. And Mahomes, he has a tendency, man... Sometimes, like, you look at his stats in this game and they look good, but I just don't love the way he plays sometimes. Like, he often drops back and then he makes one read or reads one side of the field and then just bails on the play. Either runs straight out of the pocket, tries to step up in the pocket and make a running play, or he bails to his left or his right or wherever there's not a defender. He looks for senses where the defender isn't. That's why it's always so hard to contain him, and I will give him credit on that. That's how he's made his living. It's because it's so hard to contain him. He goes where you're not, and he can throw from any angle or whatever. But he bails so quickly on the play. Makes his one read, gets the hell out of there, and Yeah, it's frustrating to watch. Like, you look at the other side of the field, Dak Prescott, you look at guys, Matthew Stafford, they don't bail on their offense. They run their offense, and maybe I'm a little old school in that respect, get hip with the times or whatever for the new age quarterback play, but like, I love to see a quarterback that can stand in the pocket and run their offense on schedule.
I mean, that's Mahomes' magic, though, man. He'll make one read, take off either left or right, like you said, and find someone down the field and hit them for a first down or a big play that goes for almost a touchdown. And I know they kind of lost that deep threat since they lost Tyreek, but is it Xavier Worthy? He's a speed demon. He can get down the field fast, and all you have to do make a man miss, and he's probably take it into the house. But yeah, the Chiefs this year, they're not looking at more like they have in the past, where you have them down by a touchdown or 3 points, you give them that chance, they're gonna take that chance and win that game. This year, they're getting the chances, but they're not taking advantage of them, and they're losing those one score games that they would always win. Like, I could watch a Chiefs game these last couple of years and be like, well, Mahomes is gonna do what Mahomes does. He's gonna find a way to win this game. And I just felt like yesterday watching them, I just had no hope. Like, even though the game was within reach, I just felt like, ah, man, I was like, I don't see it in them. They lost that, like you said, that aura. They don't have that in them anymore, where you can see that they're gonna get it together and make that crucial drive and turn it into points. Now it's just like there's someone's gonna make a big mistake and it's gonna cost them. They're gonna lose the ball, punt it, or interception, or whatever the case might be.
Oh my God! You know what I really want to highlight from this game is the penalties. You know,
Yeah,
like, really,
sloppy
when
play.
you break it down, the Chiefs could have won this game, maybe.
They could have.
Even though their defense wasn't doing what their defense usually does and make up for lackluster offense, they're not able to play complementary football this year in that respect. But these penalties are just, it was a disaster. It's like flag, 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 flag. Like, I'm sick of it. And really, the Cowboys had 7 flags. The Chiefs had 10. So you had 17 total penalties. I'm sitting there. I'm like, every other play is a penalty. This game, this is ref ball. This sucks. Like, these are the most.
It kills the momentum.
Like, the Chiefs are the sloppiest, most undisciplined team. It's unbelievable. This is a 3-time Super Bowl. They went to the Super Bowl 3 times in a row. How are you this undisciplined? How do you guys not able to figure this out?
Andy Reid's got to put his foot down, or he's got to lay that hammer down and get these guys in check or something. I don't know. Maybe they just got so comfortable, like, hey, we're the Chiefs. We win everything.
It's just complacent.
Got a little too like, take your humble pie, man. I know you guys been in 3 straight Super Bowls, but you got your ass kicked the last one, and it wasn't even close. And that was a snooze fest for us fans that were hoping for another good game between the Eagles and the Chiefs. But yeah, man, Chiefs might miss the playoffs this year. I thought they were gonna figure it out, but you can't beat the Cowboys, who, yeah, they're getting hot at the right time, but they're also, their defense wasn't all-time world beater. So
You were right about one thing. The Cowboys, their receiving core is legit.
what'd you say?
Their receiving core, the Cowboys receiving core.
No. What'd you say?
Oh
before
yeah,
that?
you were right. You were right about
Yeah,
that.
okay.
They're crazy.
I got the eye for talent, man.
Yeah.
I got the eye for talent. All right. Okay. I like to hear that. All right. Yeah, their receiving core is legit. CD Lamb finally got it together.
Yeah.
Pickens still a dog, and then
It took him a while to come online in this game, though. Pickens was quiet for about
he was quiet for a little bit, but
a
CD
little over a
finally
half.
picked it up.
Yeah, but when he came
picked it up.
online, he was ready. He looked good to
Yeah.
go. Like, that's who Dak was looking for.
He just needed his shiesty on, man. That's all. He was probably playing without his shiesty on in that first half or something. But
Yeah, and the way he can shake guys on the line, like off the snap. I mean,
he shouldn't be able to do that being that tall and big and lanky. He just looks so like I don't know. When I see Pickens, he just looks unathletic, man. He just got that lanky build,
like Kevin Durant. That's how I always think of. Like, he's just such a strange looking guy, like Kevin Durant. Your arms are like as long as like down to your ankles, like. Man. And you know what I saw? I saw a funny comment that it stuck with me. I don't know why. Somebody says we deserve a quarterback in the Super Bowl who knows how to walk like a normal person. I was like, yo, Patrick Mahomes, that is so true. He walks.
He has like a weird walk.
Here you go.
Yeah, he has like
Yeah,
I don't know why he walks like that.
Oh,
I
you
don't
know
know
what?
what's going
While
on.
we're on the topic, I'm gonna go full on Chiefs hate. While we're on the topic, when Mahomes
Yeah,
they take sideline shots of Mahomes, he has that mouthpiece in his mouth. He'd be
yeah, he'd be like chewing it halfway.
yeah, I know it's almost like a infantile Freudian soothing response or something. I'm half surprised we haven't seen him with his hand down his pants, like fondling himself
Okay.
in a tight game. and then the next day you're gonna hear first thing first. Nick Wright's gonna be like, "Why? Oh, actually, this is why Mahomes playing with himself is a good thing for the Chiefs."
Gets the blood flowing a little bit more,
like,
you know.
Yeah, it's actually a
It's
good
like,
thing for them. Yeah, it's always how it is, right? But yeah,
yeah,
it's just
Mahomes does have a little Caleb Williams walk to him, I guess you could say.
yeah,
You
he
know?
like a stick up his ass or something.
Yeah,
The weird guy. He's
a
like got
little
ticks
sugar in the
and-
tank.
Yeah,
a
he's
little
got
sugar
like
in the
weird
tank.
little like ticks and a little zesty. I don't know, but
Maybe got tapeworm.
yeah, something, man. Tapeworm. All right, enough shit talking. I could talk shit about the Chiefs all day, but we do have a couple other games to get to. We got next up Bengals versus Ravens. Man,
Joe Burrow.
Lamar does not look totally on target.
He was way off this game. Way off.
What did you make of it?
Well, Lamar, I know he was injured earlier this year. Was it his hamstring? And he willed his way back. I mean, he did help. I don't feel like he's 100%. But whatever percent he's at, I mean, he got the Ravens in first place in the division, which is really impressive based on the fact that they were like 1-4, 1-5, something like crazy like that.
Very impressive, yeah.
And he willed them back. But yeah, this game he looked way off passing wise. He hasn't really been running the ball like he normally does. I feel like I think he's trying to protect himself from being injured again. So that's what tells me he's not 100%, that he's been more hesitant on the running, which is his bread and butter. I know he's a quarterback, but that's his bread and butter.
Well,
pretty
that's
much.
the
Like,
reason why they were threatening is because defenses had to play them differently than they would
any other
Stafford or
quarterback,
Dak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So without that, it makes him one-dimensional, which he's a good passer, but he showed yesterday he still has some kinks to iron out, and he was missing a lot of open guys. I feel like that should have been like big plays, first down that he could have connected with, and it wasn't hitting. But the Bengals, man, they showed a lot of heart. I don't know, it's because that Joe Burrow effect. He just motivates the guys, brings the best out of his team. Defensively, they played well. They had some takeaways.
They had some takeaways.
Some
yeah,
takeaways,
5
yeah.
takeaways in this game. My God.
Yeah, that's like, I think that's more than what they had the whole season to feel like.
Yeah.
It just their defense look a whole lot different. I was expecting a big shootout this game, but no, the Bengals defense played hard, and Joe Burrow, man, it's like he didn't miss a step.
Yeah.
He just came right back.
Yeah. Well, they did have their struggles offensively to cash in on some of the turnovers they got early. Like, they kept field goal. Of course, they went into halftime with a 12-7 lead because of them, all those opportunities they got. But, they started to settle in the second half, and they started to really take advantage of the Baltimore's inadequacies. Interesting thing, too, is Baltimore only handed Derrick Henry in the run game 5 times in the first half, I noticed. That was crazy to me when I saw the stat. Like, Lamar had a bunch of pass attempts at that point in the game in the first half. So, for whatever reason, the Ravens have a tendency to do this in big games. They just get away from the run game, and it totally kills them. And it's not like Derrick Henry was having a bad game either. He broke some big plays.
He did it, but it's almost like they want Lamar to like outdo a quarterback, and that's not they like get away with what they do best, which is run the ball, and they try to make Lamar like basically this passing quarterback, which he's not. That's not who he is.
Yeah, they want him to be Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning, that's not who he is. Let Lamar be Lamar in these games, and they'll win them more than they lose. Because right now, that's Lamar's biggest issue. He loses the big games, he loses the playoffs, is because they get away from their bread and butter, trying to do something different. Which you were making green bean casseroles one way. Why are you gonna switch the recipe when it's time for the big dinner? Right?
Don't mess with my green bean casserole now.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I've never really understood about the way they use Lamar. If it were me, I would be using Lamar like much in the same way that the Falcons and Eagles used Michael Vick. He has that kind of speed.
Yeah, he does.
Like,
Probably faster.
what they told Michael Vick, and Michael Vick was not even close to the passer early in his career that Lamar is. Imagine if Lamar was able to replicate sort of the same technique and strategy. What they told Michael Vick is, if you drop back and you think everyone's covered, looks like everyone is covered, you don't see somebody wide open, that's because they're not covering you. Run. Boom.
Yeah.
You know? And if they put a spy on you, chances are somebody's going to be open. You know, somebody's going to shake their one-on-one, get free, and boom, like suddenly you're online. Like that opens everything up if you threaten them with that. The idea that you could take off at any moment on a pass play, like there's a difference between design quarterback runs and the threat of running after you scan the field. And if you're able to threaten the run after you scan the field for the pass, that is super threatening. That's always so scary for a defense because they can't really rush you appropriately. You know, they always feel like if we overcommit, they're just going to take off and take over this football game, really.
But credit to the Bengals, though, man. They're not giving up. They're not throwing in the towel for the season, so I appreciate them for that and letting Joe Burrow play. I know Joe Burrow said he's a football player. He gets paid to play a kid's game, and that's my guy, man. I'm a big Joe Burrow fan. I'm glad he's back.
Do you call him Joe Shiesty? Like the Zoomers do? Joe Breezy?
Nah, Joe Breezy. Especially when he's got the Cartier glasses on. And
yeah.
Seen that one video where he's spinning the ball in the snow and he does like a little 360 turn.
Yeah, I remember that little clip.
That's aura right there,
that's
man.
Aura. I need to see him elevate to the no-lookers. Throw a couple of no-lookers in a game. Speaking of no-lookers, did you see Mahomes try and pull off a no-looker and miss? Like, come on, bro. Let's leave that to the professionals. Let's leave that to Matthew.
He's hit it a couple times, but he's not as efficient as Matthew. I feel like Mahomes is a little sloppy with it, but he tries.
Matthew uses no-lookers in high-stakes situations because he has to look off somebody. Mahomes does it for aura. He aura farms. There's a difference.
Hey, that's what he does, man. I was waiting for him to do that behind the back pass to Kelsey one day, but
they've worked in some weird stuff like that before. It wouldn't be the first time. They always come up with something gimmicky.
Well, they need to because whatever they're doing now is not working.
Yeah,
so.
they need a couple more gimmicks. They need to cook something up in the lab. But
State Farm commercials too.
Bengals. Hey, this was a belt to ass game actually. I don't know if you have it on hand, but snap, bitch.
It's the holidays. The belt's put away. No one gets a whooping on the holidays, man. Wait till Tuesday. After all the games, Sunday and Monday's over, we'll see who gets belt to ass. Hopefully we don't, because we love close games. But
do you think the Bengals stand a legitimate chance of making the playoffs, though, or do you think this is really?
Yeah. Yep. Without hesitation, man. The division's kind of bad. I hate to say that, but I mean, what the Ravens just got first place after being 1-5. Who says the Bengals can't do it, right?
I mean, it is Thanksgiving, though. I mean, we're running low on games here.
Yeah, they could pull a couple more wins, and maybe the Ravens could fall apart because, like I said, Lamar looked a little off lately since he's been back, like inconsistent. Rodgers is out for the Steelers. I don't know when he'll be back. I know he had that wrist injury, which could probably end the season. I have a similar wrist injury. If he had a scaphoid fracture, which I've had, that requires surgery most of the time, and if it's that bad, I know it's his non-throwing arm. He could probably get surgery real quick and just be in the cast, and I don't know how he's going to hold the football because when I had it, it's like up to like right here. So I could barely move my finger. So I don't know how he's going to play like that if he does. But I'm sure he probably has access to better doctors too. So I'm sure they'll get him right and recover faster than what I did. But Rodgers is out, but Rudolph's been playing pretty good. Backup's been playing well for the Steelers.
And the Ravens have the Steelers coming up. That'll be real interesting.
That'll be for pretty much the division at this point.
Yeah, man.
So the Bengals catch up a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it could really even things out and let the Bengals sneak in. for sure.
But I believe in the Bengals.
You believe
I
in the
hope
Bengals
I
more
believe
than
in
the
Bengals.
Ravens?
Yeah,
Hmm,
yeah.
that's crazy.
I like the Bengals offense a little bit better than with Joe Burrow there. I like the Bengals offense. I mean, Jamar Chase. You see that connection they have? It's immaculate, immaculate.
Yeah. You don't like Jamar more than Pickens though, right?
Uh, this season I do like Pickens a little bit more, man. He's going crazy. I
He's
can't deny that.
emerging. Yeah.
He's Yeah, he's finally free from the Steelers' generic offense, and he's blooming in Dallas. So
Hmm. All
happy for him.
right. Well, we did have one last game to talk about. The Black Friday game happened earlier today, for
Yep.
us at least, and that is Bears versus the Bears versus the Eagles. I feel like you got to eat a little crow on this one.
I
Oh, and I
do,
actually have
man.
a bone to pick with you, but we could talk about this first. I have a bone to pick with you, but we could talk about this game first since I brought it up.
Yeah, I have a bone to pick with the Bears and the Eagles, man. What's going on with the Eagles? The Bears made me look bad. Like I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't like that. I don't like that Caleb Williams kind of
Uh,
showed me up a little bit. I don't like that at all, actually. The Eagles, it's bad enough I'm not an Eagles fan, and it's bad enough I'm not a Bears fan. I'm not a fan of either quarterback, so I had to choose the lesser of two evils, I guess you could say. And I was like, well, I like the Eagles better because they went to the Super Bowl. They have a deeper roster, and they laid an egg today, man. They just
they looked like
the game.
shit. They look like a bad team to me.
Yeah, they look like dysfunctional all around. They got manhandled. Like the Eagles' biggest strength I felt was like their defensive line. In this game, they got manhandled, pushed around. Swift was going crazy. The other running back, I can't pronounce his name, so forgive me. I'm not even going to try. But the other running back for the Bears was also going crazy. They just had big
Crazy.
gaping holes. Like me and you could have ran it at least 10 yards through those big holes. That's how big the holes were, man. You could have drove a Mack truck through them holes. It was crazy. I didn't expect that at all from the Bears just to
The
manhandle the
vaunted
Eagles.
Eagles defense led like 250 yards or something plus
Rushing, yeah,
rushing.
because
Like
they had
Jesus
like
Christ,
130 at the half. I want to say I was like, and that was like the Eagles' total game average was like 130 rushing yards, and they already had that at halftime. The Bears, so I was like, yeah, it's not
unbelievable,
good.
man.
AJ, hey, your guy though, he showed up this game. AJ Brown, he had a couple tutties.
Yeah, he's the only thing. It's
I
weird
already know.
when he shows up, the Eagles play
Don't
like
show
shit.
up.
Yeah, but
The
when
Eagles
the
don't show
Eagles
up.
show up, he has a bad game. It's so
Yeah,
weird.
so they gotta find a balance, man. I don't know. Like and Saquon hasn't showed up since like week 2 or 3 whenever they played the Giants. He's just I don't know. He's just I don't know, man. The Eagles just look way off, and it kind of reminds me of that one year, like 2 years ago, where they were like 10-1, 10-2, and they just fall apart at the end. They lose like what 5 of the 6 games to end the season. You remember that like 2 years ago?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, they
Yeah,
got that
that's where.
supernatural funk.
Yeah, I feel like that might be happening.
Yeah, I think.
So
Yeah, it's
they,
looking that way, man. And I look, I got to be honest. I feel like I need my flowers because I don't like to make game predictions too often. But last episode, I did have a hot take. I said the Bears are going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles in Philly, and guess what happened?
the Eagles beat the Eagles in Philly.
Well, I said the Eagles. No, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no.
that's what I'm
I see what you're
saying.
saying. No, no, the
The
Bears beat the
Eagles,
Eagles in Philly. The Bears beat the Eagles. Didn't beat no, they didn't beat
the Eagles beat
themselves.
themselves.
No, the Bears beat the Eagles.
I mean, naturally, in nature, a bear usually does beat an eagle, so I would have hoped
What?
so.
Okay, now you're just reaching for any. You're grasping for straws. Say it.
All right,
Return the
man.
favor. You were right.
You were right, man. All right. You were right. The Bears the Bears are good.
Okay.
The Bears are good. The Bears are good. They're legit. They're
This was a huge
offense.
game. This was like
It was a huge,
they,
this was the game for me to make me a believer, and they
yes. This is
made me
what the
do it.
Colts could have done had they beaten the Chiefs. No offense.
This guy, you can we
Yeah.
that was not necessary.
And you know what else isn't necessary? I recall your hot take last episode being, until I see the Rams beat the Eagles are still the top team in the NFC. Still riding with that take?
I'm standing on business.
No way. No way. You're going to ride that take straight to hell.
I'm standing on business. Until the Eagles lose in the playoffs, they run the NFC.
No.
The Rams need to get in line and wait their turn. Until now, it's Eagles country. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting a 1 seed. I just don't see. Like, they lost back to back.
They might not. Yeah, they might not. They might. This might be the implosion. This might be it. This might
What
be
do
the
you
last crack.
What do you think the odds would be of the Bears getting the 2 seed? They still got a murder's row left of a schedule. But
because they're the 2 seed right now, right? Behind the Rams.
I think they might be, yeah.
They're winning the division. They only had 3 losses. The Rams will have 2 losses. Should be 3 against the Colts. They have 2 losses. So they could. I mean, it's gonna be tough because they play. Who they play next? They play the Packers.
I mean,
that's
they got a
that's
tough
gonna be a good
schedule
game.
up and coming, I believe.
That's gonna be a good game. They got the Packers next, and the Packers. We just saw what they did to the Lions. So that'll be a tough game.
It will be. Packers defense. As much as I don't believe in their offense, their defense is pretty good.
Yeah, that'll be kind of like. I feel like whoever wins that game might win the division.
Maybe. I mean,
so I'm actually I'm gonna hold my belief in the Bears just another week longer. I gotta see how they do against the Packers, and then I might just be a believer. I might just be a believer in Caleb acrylic nails Williams.
Glitter nails Caleb, man.
Yeah, man.
Don't be hating. That's misogyny. You
And
can't
if he wins
hate on
again-
a strong, independent woman like Caleb.
If he wins, I'll paint one of my nails.
You'll
If he
paint
beats the
one of
Packers,
your-
I'll paint one of my nails.
Maybe I'll get fake lashes or something.
Yeah, you did that to yourself. That's none of my business.
Well, look, I'll come dressed in drag like Dennis Rodman in the spirit of things. He needs that aura. Like that's when he's at his
Dennis
best
Rodman,
with his
dye
glitter
his
nails on.
hair. Get some. What do you have? Lip piercings. Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, well, he had a lot of
piercings,
shit going on. To be quite honest, he had a lot of weird shit. Yeah, I don't. And Dennis, who can make sense of Dennis? But, yeah, man, the Bears. I'm so proud of that because I wanted to believe. I went out on a limb and I said the Bears are gonna beat the Eagles, and I believe in them.
I hope you have that same energy if the Bears beat the Rams in the playoffs. I hope you come in here, the Bears.
If the
Bears, come here loud and proud.
If the Bears beat the Rams in the playoffs, fuck the
You go
Bears.
bear hunting. You go
Fuck
bear hunting.
Motherfuck the Bears. Glitterdale Caleb Williams shouldn't be in the league. He's a female, okay? It's illegal.
You just be careful what you wish for, man.
Well, yeah, it feels a little weird to be rooting for anyone else, but, you know, I don't know. When they're playing the Eagles, it just felt right. Just felt right. Honestly,
felt wrong to me.
Like they've got a Cinderella run, underdog kind of thing. I always like a good story, man. I always like a good story, and as much as I love my front runner Rams, they are a good story.
See the story. It don't look good to me.
Yeah.
But
The story don't end well.
Yeah, the story don't end well. But you know what's a good story, man?
What, the Colts?
The Colts.
Yeah.
I didn't even think they were gonna make the playoffs. I was like ready to get Archie Manning up in here and take us to the promised land, just like his uncle did. But you know what? Indiana Jones till we.
Arch Manning?
Or not? What's it? Damn, not Archie Manning.
From Texas?
Yeah, Archie Manning.
Bro might need to stay in Texas. That's what I.
Yeah, after that's preseason. That's how I was feeling in the preseason. Now I'm like, well, we'll ride this Indiana Jones wave until the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
Or until he falls off, which might be sooner than later. But you know, I keep hope alive.
But yeah, I'm proud of the Bears. This was a huge game to sort of define their season. It's their first signature win. They were kind of like one of these like, okay, but who have you beaten kind of teams. Even though the record was so good, they were kind of surviving a lot of games because they were so good in the turnover battle. They would always get that one turnover to really like turn the tide in their favor. And this was kind of a statement game against what we thought was kind of an NFC juggernaut. I'm not so sure anymore. So I'm straight up just starting to wonder if the Eagles are just a bad team. And like you said, they're going to have that sort of supernatural front going down, down the stretch. Because that year you're talking about, they just lost first round. Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, yeah, but super proud of the Bears. They're making a good run, and it's been a fun season because of teams like them. So,
yeah, so fun. The Bears.
That actually accounts for all of our major topics on the games today. I did come with a few fun hot takes, some Thanksgiving edition hot takes. I know I didn't tell you to come prepared with any, but we could run through them real quick just to level out this episode. All right. My number one is, okay, so Isaiah was his name, Isaiah Lately for the Ravens, the receiver.
Yeah, the guy that
he had a fumble out of
Yeah.
the end zone. We've seen this many times in the league. It's not the first time.
I hate that. I hate
and
that
that
rule.
really changed the nature of that game, the flow of that game, because had he scored there, the entire tenor of that game could have been different going forward. So my hot take is fumbles out of the end zone for touchbacks need to go. They need to be changed.
I was literally telling my dad that. I was like telling him because he's not really a huge football fan. He's more like a huge football fan, soccer.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, when the guy fumbled it, was it Lately, whatever his name was, fumbled it and it went out of the end zone. Likely, when he fumbled it out the end zone, I told my dad, if it's a fumble, the other team's gonna get the ball because they could fumble it out of bounds anywhere else, but if it's in the goal line or in the end zone, it's other team's ball. And I just hate that rule because it kills momentum for the team with the ball, and it just makes no sense. Like I'd rather them get the ball at the goal line, like at the one. Like you get the ball at the one, or
I see. I was going to be a little bit more punitive. My proposal, because fumbling out of the end zone, resulting in the other team getting the ball at a touchback, is so punitive. Like it's unbelievable. Because if you fumble the ball out of bounds anywhere else, it's just still your ball there.
yeah, wherever you went out of bounds at.
Yeah,
with the
but
ball.
in order to enforce some punitive rule on this, in order to punish the team that does commit this mistake, I was wondering if a solution could be, rather than putting it at the one, because that's almost like first and goal at the one, that's almost a guaranteed score in most cases. There should be some penalty. So I was saying, what if it was first and goal at the 20? So
like a touchback, but for the team with the ball, pretty much.
first and goal at the 20, and you, instead of needing 10 yards to get into the end zone, you need 20 yards. But you only have
kinda
4
harsh.
downs. You think it's too? But imagine what it is now. That is unbelievably harsh. And that way, at the 20, you could still kick a field goal at least. But you're going to work hard. You're going to have to really earn that tutty.
That's a little harsh, man. Jeez.
Wouldn't
Yeah.
you rather first and 10, first and goal at the
I
10?
would say first and 10, but damn, first and 20.
I mean,
That's
the first
a little
and
too
first and goal at
punitive.
the 20 is still light years better than
Then losing the
touchback.
ball, yeah.
Losing the ball for a touchback.
It is, but that's probably second worst case scenario.
I
First
don't
and
know.
20, you need 20 yards to get in the end zone. Good luck.
That's light
No-
years better to me.
No,
But
no chance of first downs. It was first
first
and
and
20.
goal at the 20.
First and
Yeah.
goal at the 20. Yeah. So,
Yep.
dang man, why you so harsh?
Well, I mean, if they want to punish the team that does it, this could be a punishment without completely taking, possession and points away. That's what I was thinking. Because right now it's so highly punitive that it's like, okay, this would not. Now, if they fumble it into the end zone and the opposing team actually gets the ball because it didn't go out of bounds, then fair enough, touchback. They recovered the fumble, like in any other area of the field. If it doesn't go out of the bounds and the defense recovers the fumble, they get the ball. So that's fine if it's a touchback then, but out of bounds never make much sense to me. Using the boundary as a safe area to fumble is sort of like a strategy they keep in mind during plays, but it just doesn't apply in the end zone. It's so weird to me. So you say this was probably a cold take. You agree with this?
Yeah, a little cold. I mean, I wouldn't be as harsh as you are talking about first and go out to 20, but yeah, I don't like that rule either because it's like
Yeah.
a harsh punishment for someone that was about to just score.
Just
But
about to score. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Now, sometimes I don't mind it that much when a player intentionally like tries to drop it as they're going across the goal line, but is a little too early. Then in that case, I'm like, you know what? I don't even care. You guys deserve to exchange possession because that player's an idiot. The Deshaun Jackson thing. I think one of your Colts boys did that against us too.
yeah, we did. That's what cost us the game, but
Yeah,
it's whatever.
yeah,
You had to, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Thank you for bringing it up. Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome. You're welcome. I'd just like to remind you.
appreciate it.
All right. So next hot take I had is Eagles are one and done in the playoffs. We already kind of discussed this. I think we acknowledge the possibility, but do you believe it? Do you really believe it?
No, no. I gotta see how they finish the season. I mean, I know they're on a two-game skid right now, but for all we know, they can go on a crazy run after this, and like they can have a come the moment with Jesus moment, and but instead of Jesus, it's football gods, and they just figure it out. Because I know you said they have a bad team. I don't think they have a bad team on paper. Like they have players that are good on paper, so they just gotta figure something out. I don't know if it's a coaching or them just being off sync, but they have a good roster. They just need to come together and mesh offensively because the offense and defense aren't in sync. Like the defense will play well, offense lets them down. Offense plays well, defense lets them down. So
I mean,
they
how
need to
often
have.
does the offense really play well, though?
I mean, they played all right today. I mean, AJ
Well
Brown did
enough
it
sometimes, I
well,
guess.
well enough to make the game to the point. We made the game today, like kind of like all right. Well, they might do something to get back in it, but you know, they just couldn't get that extra touchdown. They ran out of time. But yeah,
Yeah.
they just need to play together a full football game together, offensively and defensively.
Hmm.
And I think they'll be all right. If they
They
do that
play
and end
with
the
no
season,
continuity, no sort of
no.
chemistry. They look like
This
they
is
don't barely even know each other, barely even practice.
yeah, they have like no chemistry, and you can
Saquon
have
just
all
flat
time.
out ain't the same to me.
No, he's not. I can't even. I honestly don't. The last game I remember having him over 100 was the Giants. That's the only game that stands out to me where he had a great game. But other than that, it's like 20-yard game, 40-yard game here and there, and it's just like, dude, that's like the biggest reason y'all went to the Super Bowl last year and won.
Hmm.
You
And
know that
it's like
big.
I know your
'Cause
offensive
yeah,
line is a little banged up, but like, come on, bro, you're Saquon.
yeah, yeah. Man, but he did have some great runs in the playoffs, especially against the Rams in the snow. That was whoo,
Yeah.
whoo. I was
And we
like, that's
still
game right
damn near
there.
came back on their asses.
Yeah, yeah. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. You know,
Yeah.
if
They're
I woulda.
lucky. They got lucky. They survived the Rams. And we weren't even that good that year. You know, we kind of came online late,
Yeah,
stumbling in there, like, so let's see what we could
we.
do.
That's I heard. If you're on the field, there's no excuses. So,
Mm.
but that's what football players say. But
It was
yeah,
snowy. The snow got in our eyes. It was bullshit. It was just bullshit. They should have stopped the game. Um, all right, last but not least, just three hot takes for you. I got the Chiefs and Ravens will miss the playoffs.
that's a hot take.
Oh
Only
wait,
because
what did you say? What did you rank the Eagles one? Was that hot? You still think they're gonna win a playoff game?
yeah, I think they're good. Based on how they do, it's kind of hard to tell. It's too early to tell, so that's kind of a hot take to just see these last two games and be like, nah, one and done.
Yeah.
That's a little
All right.
crazy. A little
Hot take. All
crazy.
right. What about so this is a hot take too. Chiefs and Ravens will miss the playoffs
Half hot, half hot because I
because you
do
think the
think
Chiefs are gonna make it.
no, no, no. I think the Ravens might. They have a better shot of making it. I mean, they're still, I think, first place in the division, or they might be tied with the Steelers. But I have to double check. But they're right there for the division. The Chiefs, that was a big game. They lost yesterday, so and they're not even like second place in their division. They're in third
Yeah.
behind the Chargers and the which I mean the Chargers,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
got Justin
Chargers and
Herbert.
Chargers and Chiefs gonna be a mid off when they play.
I hope it's not a Thursday night game, which it sounds like it is going to be a Thursday night game. So It probably will be a mid off because that's most Thursday night games. Um, yeah, I
So this
think
is a hot
the
take.
Chiefs. Yeah, this is a pretty hot take because I do think the Ravens are gonna find a way to get in there unless they like completely fall
You just
apart.
argued on behalf of the Bengals, though.
Look, man, I'm a Joe Burrow fan. I'm a Lamar fan. Look, I'm gonna ride with my guys, and I'm gonna try to my best to be optimistic about their future and getting into the playoffs. Because I want to see him. I want to see Lamar in the playoffs. I want to see Joe Burrow in the playoffs. I
Who
do
do you
want to
want to
see
see in there
Mahomes.
more? Burrow?
I can't answer that question. Sorry.
Oh man,
But if I had to choose, if my life was
gun
on
to
the
your
line,
head.
gun to my head, be like, who do you want to see? And I'm like, well, I want to see Joe Burrow. I mean, he hasn't been there in a while. We saw Lamar there these last couple of years. It's Joe. It's back. It's time to get Joe Breezy back out.
I
Let him
don't
ball out.
disagree. I don't disagree with that because Lamar's had his opportunities in games this year. He's played more. I think played more games this year than Joe, and he
Yeah,
just hasn't looked as great. It's time for Joe to come back and see what he can do.
yeah,
You know, and if he
yeah.
plays well, I'd rather see him.
Or both, like me.
Yeah.
If you're a
Well.
real football fan, I mean, you want to see all the. I mean, if you're a real football fan,
Okay.
you want to see that Mahomes magic.
No,
You want to
I
see
see.
Mahomes.
That's exact. I'm glad you brought that up. I have a bone to pick with you. When we were having a discussion in DMs about, it's good for me to be able to get some feedback in DMs because it kind of gives me a feel for how you're going to approach the game, how you saw the game, and it makes me know, okay, so I'm going to talk about this and this because he's talking about this and this. So we'll talk about the games in DMs occasionally. And you had a comment that made me think like, okay, I'm cool with the Chiefs missing the playoffs. I don't care. If they're not good enough to get in, they deserve to be out. But you kind of made it seem like you didn't like that idea. Are
No,
you a
man.
secret Chiefs? Are you part of Chiefs Kingdom?
Is it the red shirt? No, I'm not part of the kingdom. If I was, I'd be a peasant. But
Do you ride hard for Jackson Mahomes?
oh no. Come on. That's where I draw the line there, Bucko. No, I
Are
do
you
not
a
ride hard for.
Swiftie?
Come on, come on, man.
Do you walk like
No,
this?
I mean, yesterday I may have after all that food. No,
Yeah.
but I just like seeing. I mean, I like Mahomes. I'll admit that I like Mahomes. I think he's a fun quarterback to watch. It's exciting. I mean, this year hasn't been as exciting, but when he would, do those crazy backyard plays, I mean, who doesn't like the Mahomes magic? Besides, obviously, you, I guess. You're just a Mahomes hater.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's just. Plus, I need someone to take Brady out, the GOAT conversation. And he was the guy that seemed to be on pace to do so, but he lost to Brady in the Super Bowl, and the two Super Bowls he has lost, they were blowouts. So
So I think I figured it. Yeah, I think that's what it all comes down to. You're a Peyton Manning guy. You
I need
hold a
someone to take Brady out.
long term, deep seated grudge against Tom Brady, and you want somebody else to be the GOAT. And Mahomes is your best shot. That's really where it all stems from. Then, okay, now I'm
Yeah,
starting to
pretty much.
understand
So I
where
need
this
Mahomes in
comes
the Super
from.
Bowl,
It
and I
does
need him to
actually
win.
come back to being a Colts fan in some weird, twisted way. But,
There you
it's a
go.
long, scenic route to get there, but that's why you want Mahomes in. Okay, I think I get it now. That's crazy, but I accept that, I guess. I'll accept that answer.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, honestly. I mean, it's just I need Brady out the GOAT because he was Manning's rival, and he had his number most of the time.
Yeah.
3-2 though in AFC Championship games though.
Yeah,
Keep in
Manning
mind, Derek
figured it
Rose.
out late in his career. With the Broncos. I know he wasn't a Colt anymore, but
I was still cheering just as hard.
yeah.
That's
Peyton
my
Manning
qu-
was awesome,
that's
dude.
my
I love
quarterback.
Peyton. Peyton's like your favorite quarterback's favorite quarterback. Peyton was what Stafford is kind of now, where it's like the only
Well,
guy kind of like that anymore.
ain't no other quarterback like Peyton Manning.
I'm not
So
saying Stafford's quite Peyton, but he's of that sort of old era. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like he's like 5% of Peyton
yeah,
Manning, I guess.
5%. Well, Stafford could go to the line, and he has full command of the offense, and he has the playbook wide open to him, similar in a way to Peyton, but he doesn't draw up the game plans. I think Sean is a little more involved. Like,
Yeah,
Peyton was
he's
very
hands on.
unique.
Peyton Manning was the offensive coordinator.
play caller, offensive coordinator, quarterback. Yeah, all rolled into one. It's game planner. Yeah, he was all that.
Yeah, I mean, he helped Brady out. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, Brady looked up to him. So
he did.
what is that? Yeah, he did. They would train together. He would reach out for advice to Manning. So I mean, if that don't say go to you, I don't know what will. I mean,
yeah, he's your favorite quarterback's favorite quarterback, and I see the same thing they do. I mean, he was awesome. And I always loved that Peyton pushed the ball down the field. You know, Brady would kind of check it down and take what the defense would give him. He would go to the line and kind of, he would look at the defense and be like, okay, there's some open space over there. I'm going to exploit that and just throw a quick slant or an out or whatever. Peyton would be like, nah, you know, I'm going to have guys run double moves and, you know, slant and goes and all kinds of crazy, wacky stuff off of play action. He'll throw it way down the field.
The hardest football season for me was that last year when he just
collapsed. Yeah,
it was hard to watch, man. It was like,
but he got his chip though.
He got his chip. Yeah, it did, but that was so hard to watch. I'm like, dude, like it was like he went from like because the year before he had like a pretty good season. I mean, it wasn't no 50 touchdowns like or 55, but he had like somewhere in the 30s and then. I'm like, okay, well, maybe next year they'll get over the hump, and I don't know what happened in 2015, but I guess
body fell apart.
His neck surgery, his injury caught back up to him, and his arm would look shot like that ball was fluttering, it was getting picked off.
Yeah, just couldn't throw the ball anymore. It was sad to see, but it does suck that he had to win his second chip in that way. You know.
Yeah, because that was an ugly game, too. That Super Bowl was not good.
Yeah.
Offensively for both teams.
It sucked that he had to win it in that way, and he couldn't be sort of the Peyton Manning you were accustomed to. But he did get his second Super Bowl, so he doesn't have to live his entire life knowing Eli Manning has more than him. That would suck.
Speaking of Eli Manning, do you feel like he's a Hall of Famer? A lot of people are like, yes, because he won 2 Super Bowls, but outside of those tough. 2 Super Bowl runs, it's hard to really, because he was a 500 quarterback regular season wise.
It might have been, around there. Yeah, man, that is so tough because you win 2 Super Bowls, you figure like you're automatic. I mean, you think about anyone else to win 2 Super Bowls, it's like, oh, of course, Hall of Famer at the quarterback position, of course. But outside of those 2 runs, like there was a lot of like real mid in there.
A whole lot of mid. I can't even think. Like I think outside of those 2 runs, I don't even think he won any playoff games, honestly, that I can recall. Where I'm like, oh well, the Giants made the NFC Championship this year, but they were, they
fell
lost.
Short. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like either they went to the playoffs and went to the Super Bowl, or they went to the playoffs and they were like one and done.
Yeah, that is weird. I don't know. I can't remember anything. Maybe there was like one year they got past the wild card. I don't know.
I would have to double check, but I mean he beat Brady in the Super Bowl, so that's all that matters.
I mean, beating the undefeated, that's another thing. It's not even just the 2 Super Bowls, it's the team that they beat. That 07 team was
stacked.
Yes. Unbelievable.
OP. Madden, they were OP. They were just OP in real life. They were like blowing teams out. We were so close to beating them. Oh, we were so close, man. We should have beat them that year. The Colts should have beat them that year.
So really, the Ravens should have too. But.
Yeah, the Ravens too. Yeah, we were close. But it's all good. They got their pie at the end by the Giants. I was hoping we were going to meet them in the playoffs, but Peyton Manning choked against the Chargers.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. That the Patriots got to play the Chargers in the championship game. That just didn't even feel right.
On a handicap Phillip Rivers too, because he had tore his ACL. And he played like that. Crazy guy. Crazy. That guy couldn't pull out a garage, but he played. Yeah,
it kind of reminds me of the year that Rodgers won a Super Bowl and got to go through the Jay Cutler on the bike on the sideline. It was just a disaster. Like, man, you really got to play these guys. Like, your playoffs run that year, your 1 Super Bowl was like so easy. Like historically easy.
That's one of the Super Bowls I didn't watch just because I hated both teams. I hate the Packers and I hate the Steelers, so I kind of skipped that one. I heard about it in school the next day.
Yeah, Aaron did play well in the Super Bowl though.
Yeah, I heard he played well. And then obviously I seen the highlights and stuff
Yeah.
years later. But yeah, I was so mad that the two teams I really disliked, Steelers and Packers, made the Super Bowl. I
Yeah.
thought we were gonna go back. They were gonna run it back with the Colts because we had went the year prior and we lost to the Saints. And
Yeah. Yeah, that was a
unfortunate,
heartbreaker.
unfortunate. That was an fortunate game for us.
Yeah. Um
Man,
well, that's about all we have for you. Um Managed to make an hour-long episode out of this almost. That's not too bad. Um just going to close it out. Did you get any good Black Friday deals or anything? Did you get any pickups?
I got a couple video games. I got Guardians of the Galaxy. I know that's an older game, but I
Yeah, but
think
I
it's
heard it's great.
yeah. So I heard some good things about it. So I got a couple video games. I got some shopping done for my mom and my sister, get them their Christmas gifts. So just some Amazon stuff. I'm gonna try to look at some 4K Blu-rays and see what they got before
Mm.
they will go back up. I don't know if you collect 4K Blu-rays or not.
No, not really. I'm one of those guys that like streaming is not so noticeably worse to me that
You're not gonna invest in it.
yeah,
I got you.
no.
I
No.
got you.
Plus I pay monthly for these services. Like, man, am I going to buy a shitload of movies on top of that? Probably not.
Yeah.
I'm not even a big movie watcher anyway, to be quite honest, more of a gamer.
Yeah, me neither. But when I do want to watch a movie, I want to watch it in the best quality and
Primo.
best sound. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I feel
yeah.
that. I mean, I don't blame you, but yeah, it's just not really like worth investing my money in, I would say, for me. But yeah, I haven't picked up much of anything. I picked up this weird game called Fellowship. It's almost like World of Warcraft dungeon running, but without any of like the open world grinding nonsense. You just run dungeons with a party. You got a tank,
The
some damage
MMO?
dealers, and a healer. It's not even really an MMO. You just run dungeons with a group. That's all you do. So it's like a co-op RPG sort of game.
PC only.
Yeah, it's PC only. But it's pretty interesting. Seems kind of fun. It's got a little bit of a learning curve, though, if you're not accustomed to that sort of game. But
Yeah, I can't get into those kind of games, man. If it's like World of Warcraft, I tried to get in World of Warcraft like a couple of years ago back in the day. Not my cup of tea.
yeah, I used to love WoW when I was a kid, and then I got back
Gotta,
into it a little bit when Classic dropped because it was so hype. And
Plus, you
played
had
a
to
little
pay
bit.
every month, right, to play it.
Hmm?
Every month, you had to pay every month like a
Yeah,
subscription to pay.
$15 a month. Yeah,
Yeah, that's not gonna happen in my household. My mom barely bought me Xbox Live. It was like either on a birthday or Christmas, I could ask for 3 months of Xbox Live, and I'm gonna make those 3 months count. But
yeah.
yeah, not in my household every month.
Yeah. What you would have to do is like, if you didn't have a job as a kid, you'd like save up or whatever your own money and then
In
go
the
to like the
yard.
store and get a prepaid card and just enter that online.
Yeah, oh yeah, because my mom's very like, if I put my credit card on the
Yeah.
internet, they're gonna steal it.
Yeah,
Like
a lot
it
of
could be,
parents had paranoia about that. It's so watch Fox News and oh my god. But
yeah.
now everyone's credit card is everywhere. It's like,
No, the funny part, my mom was like, "Can you order me stuff off Amazon?" I'm like, "Why don't you use your own? Because they'll steal my credit card." I'm like, "So you rather them steal my credit card and order
that's
stuff
funny.
for you, but you're paranoid about your credit card on Amazon, which is like the most legit place you could probably use it." But
Yeah. It's such a boomer thing too, man. Like just get a PayPal if you're so worried. But
my
PayPal
mom,
might steal my credit card.
my mom bar don't even know what PayPal is. I could bring up PayPal. She's like, "What's that? A
What's
friend that
that?
you pay? A
Yeah.
friend that you pay or something?" I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
just you know what?
Never
I'll
mind.
just sell me the money and I'll order it for you at
Yeah.
this point." But yeah.
Anyway, we're kind of rambling, but yeah, we will hopefully see you guys soon, maybe on a regular scheduled show. We've got some still some decent matchups coming up Sunday, but I know these Thursday ones were pretty big. But yeah, thanks so much for checking us out. Excited to give you a bonus episode, and we will see you next time.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.